Ladies and gentlemen, I'm BrendenPlayz and welcome back to more WWE 2k18 Universe Mode. Tonight it is SmackDown. We're 2 weeks away from Extreme Rules and only a couple episodes away from NXT TakeOver number 10. Tonight on SmackDown, we continue the Women's Championship Tournament with 3 matches. We're going to show you the results of 2 of them and of course showcase one of them as well. Let's get to the results. So of our first match here, it was Asuka versus Natalya. A first round match, of course. Only one match so far has been done in the tournament. That is Charlotte beating Bayley. And on this occasion, it was Asuka against Natalya in the first round matchup. And the winner of this one will face the winner of Ember Moon and Carmella, which is a match that will take place later on tonight. A close encounter between the two. Asuka attempted an armbar. She couldn't quite get it done just there, but it was here. Asuka able to get Natalya from behind, lock in the Asuka lock, and you know when someone like Asuka has a hold like this applied, it is not coming out. Natalya having no choice but to tap out. Her dreams of becoming the first ever SmackDown Women's Champion went up in flames. Well, also tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Luke Gallows will take on Cesaro, Maurice will take on Nia Jax in a first round match, Ember Moon against Carmella, and a big tag match. Jericho and Styles team up to take on Ambrose and Reigns. What match that will be. As Cesaro, he did pick up a win against Gallows. We're going to go ahead and show you the result of the Maurice and Nia Jax match now. So let's take you to the ending of this one where Maurice is looking to put Nia Jax away with a DDT. This very well could be it. Here's Maurice. Well, slides her way into the cover there. Unorthodox cover, but Nia Jax able to get the shoulder up. Maurice had a real chance right there to beat Nia Jax. Perhaps a little bit of arrogance on display. Maurice hasn't had that many matches as of late, and, well, that could have cost her there. Not really capitalizing on her opportunities. Maybe a bit of, well, poor ring IQ, I suppose, as now Nia Jax slamming down Maurice right in front of her. And this could be it as well. Maurice in trouble, but able to kick out at 2. She kept the match alive here. Now Nia Jax in the driver's seat though, looking to put Maurice away once and for all. Here we go. Jax has Maurice up. Not good at all for Maurice. Oh my goodness. Maurice drilled down by the Samoan drop. And that's got to be it. Nia Jax rolls over Maurice, but Maurice very close to the ropes. Can she reach out for the rope break? No, she can't. Nia Jax picked up the win. So Nia Jax advanced in the tournament, and Nia Jax will face Charlotte now in the semi-final match, which will take place next episode here in Universe Mode on Main Event. Yes, that's right. We're actually going to be doing a Main Event match showcase for you. Nia Jax versus Charlotte will take place on that one. So next episode, Jax versus Charlotte. The winner of that one goes to the final. Of course, the final takes place at Extreme Rules. So Ember Moon, if she can beat Carmella tonight, she will face Asuka next week on SmackDown to determine who will face either Charlotte or Nia Jax at Extreme Rules. Has to beat Carmella though. This is not going to be easy whatsoever. Carmella has been in great touch. Ember Moon making her SmackDown debut here tonight though, drafted to SmackDown in the women's draft of the WWE. SmackDown got a big getting Ember Moon, and now Ember has a chance to shine here tonight. Asuka was another newcomer here to SmackDown, a newcomer to the main roster when she was drafted. So 2 newcomers could go at it next week. And Carmella is here to try and spoil that party. And the reason why we're pretty confident in Carmella is because the last, well, probably go back 6 months, Carmella has been very close on a few occasions. She's strung together victory after victory. She's built momentum, but when it comes to winning the championship, just falls that little bit short. But Carmella has what it takes to get herself into that position. Has what it takes to beat Ember Moon here tonight and definitely set up for a monumental clash next week, Carmella and Asuka. Carmella has faced Asuka in the past down at NXT, and well, sometimes it can be very difficult when you get matched up against Asuka, but Carmella did put up a big fight when they did have their matchups down there. And Carmella is always competitive no matter who she comes up against. Doesn't always pick up the wins, but she always comes very, very close or really takes her opponents to the absolute limit. That's what I like the most about Carmella. She's always a big threat to win these matchups. Ember Moon with a good start here on Carmella tonight. So just to recap, Maryse is gone. Nia Jax beat her, and she will face Charlotte on main event next episode. Charlotte beat Bayley last week on SmackDown to advance. And of course, Asuka beating Natalya rather. That means Asuka will advance to next week's match and will either face Carmella or Ember Moon. The winners of those matchups will go to Extreme Rules to challenge for the vacant SmackDown Women's Championship. That's right, a new title introduced to SmackDown, the Women's title. And one of these women in this tournament will win that championship. We're looking to find out who it will be. Also at Extreme Rules, some big matchups include Roman Reigns versus Rey Mysterio. We can now announce, of course, that is an Extreme Rules match. Not sure who that favors, whether that be Roman Reigns or Rey Mysterio. We'll talk more about that in our big tag team matchup coming up next. What a power slam there by Ember Moon. Oh, she drove down Carmella into the mat. Also at Extreme Rules, Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar locked inside a steel cage. Nowhere for them to run this time. That match will finally take place. We're going to find out who is the bigger and badder between the two men. Either Lesnar or Lashley. Looking forward to that one. As, Carmella takes down Ember Moon head first into the canvas. And also, keeping on the trend of Extreme Rules, tag titles on the line. Cesaro and Sheamus, the Bar, will face Gallows and Anderson. With the SmackDown tag titles, two of the best teams going right now in the WWE will clash. Looking forward to that one as well. And of course, AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose go one-on-one to wrap things up. So, looking forward to Extreme Rules. Plenty to like about that upcoming show. And that, of course, is a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. The final pay-per-view for WWE 2k18 Universe Mode. Raw's Battleground will be the first one we kick off with on WWE 2k19. Looking forward to that one as well. As a left hand there by Carmella into the DDT again. Carmella looking pretty competitive to start things off here. As we said, she's so competitive and always very, very hard to stop. Sometimes I think it's her cockiness that gets in her way, her arrogance. When she's got her opponent basically beat sometimes, she might take that extra second just to gloat and talk about how great she is, and can often cost her. I think if Carmella just would focus on winning and just make sure that she picks up the wins when she has them on offer, rather than gloating, telling everyone how much money she's worth and how great she is and how everyone should, support her and why she's so brilliant. Just focused on winning, I really believe Carmella could be a women's champion one day. If not, at Extreme Rules. I'm not going to rule her out beating Ember Moon here, despite Ember Moon coming off NXT as the women's champion down there. She was champion until TakeOver number 9, where she lost it to Peyton Royce. And after losing it, she was called up in the draft. Ember Moon was actually slated to be in a matchup against Peyton Royce one-on-one for the women's championship at TakeOver number 10, which of course takes place in 2 episodes' time. Ember Moon was meant to be in that matchup, but as it turned out to be, a change of plans. Toni Storm gets the match instead. Ember Moon comes up to SmackDown and could be involved in the SmackDown Women's Championship tournament final to crown a new champion. So, not a bad trade-up for Ember Moon indeed. And she leaves NXT for good, coming up to the main roster. Speaking of NXT, 2 superstars, Bobby Roode and AJ Styles, will return to NXT for a one-off match down there to celebrate NXT TakeOver number 10. And that's a match looking forward to. We'll talk more about that in the main event tonight when AJ Styles is coming up next. But right now, both of these women in a good battle is Carmella. Oh! Right into the corner there. Landing down on Ember Moon, who's hurt. But here we go. This is what we're talking about. When Carmella has her opponent hurt, beaten down, and potentially even beaten, she goes to the corner and gloats, and look what happens. A single leg takedown, spun off her feet. Now the control of the match back in the hands of Ember Moon. And Carmella has just lost it completely. Here we go. Ember Moon slides underneath. And Hurricane Rana flipping Carmella through the air. She lands down and she's in trouble. But Ember Moon here, well, we've got to criticize Carmella for doing it. We have to criticize Ember Moon for doing the same thing. At least In this instance, oh, I was going to say Carmella hadn't got to her feet yet, but when she did, she struck with an elbow, and all of a sudden, she's now fighting for control. Well, when you got a tournament situation, when you got the title on the line, like this is, you can't afford to make those mistakes. You got to stay on your opponent. As Ember Moon with a clothesline in the corner. Uh-oh, this normally leads. This normally leads to her best shot, the Eclipse. Can she find it? Ember Moon off the top, Carmella Days. Oh, now she's stunned. Ember Moon eclipses Carmella there, and that may be it. The hook of the leg. Carmella's in trouble. The cover. Ember Moon advances. She's going to face Asuka in the next round. Well, what a win for Ember Moon. And here is the tournament standings. Charlotte versus Nia Jax. That takes place on the next episode on Main Event. Ember Moon and Asuka. That will take place next week on SmackDown. And the two winners of those matches will face each other at Extreme Rules to crown the new SmackDown Women's Champion. We've had some great women come in and already some great ones leaving. But we're going to find out who truly is the best right now on SmackDown. And it's all said and done in that tournament. Ember Moon, her SmackDown debut is a successful one. And she continues to prove that she is a championship caliber superstar. What a victory tonight by Ember Moon. Time for our big tag team match here tonight as Chris Jericho teams up with AJ Styles to face Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. Chris Jericho, plenty of experience with everybody in this match. He's teamed up with him, he's faced them off, he's had big title matches against them. Chris Jericho knows everyone in this match very, very well as Y2J continues to hope to one day get another opportunity down the line for that WWE title that Roman Reigns has around his waist. Won't be at Extreme Rules though. That is reserved for Rey Mysterio, but Chris Jericho is such a star. At any time, he can get himself in contention for that championship. His tag team partner tonight, it is a former WWE champion and the current United States champion, AJ Styles. What a man to have by your side. AJ Styles faces Dean Ambrose one-on-one at Extreme Rules. It's a return match from Payback when AJ Styles took that US title from Dean Ambrose. Ambrose wants it back. Will he be able to get it done? We'll have to wait and find out. AJ Styles admitted that he's very disappointed that he couldn't win that WWE title from Roman Reigns. He admitted that that's the main goal, that's what he wants to accomplish, but he knows that he's no longer in contention for that title for as long as Roman Reigns is the champion. AJ Styles has to sit on the waiting, it's on the sidelines. He can't have any more one-on-one opportunities for that title. So he thought when Sami Zayn, well, we all thought Sami Zayn won that title, that AJ was going to get himself back in contention, but no. That, of course, was overturned. AJ now has to wait a little bit longer. But he is the US champion, and he's holding that title with a lot of pride. And he's got a really tough matchup against Dean Ambrose. And here comes Roman Reigns, the final man in this matchup, in this tag team match. I think, without a doubt, the most hated man in the WWE. There's no doubt about it. Roman Reigns has decided to show his face here tonight. Just a few weeks away, a few weeks out from what he did to Sami Zayn at Payback. Given the title back as a freebie by Vince McMahon himself. We found out last week that Rey Mysterio will face Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules, and that will be a man that Roman Reigns, he'll put on a brave face, but I think deep down inside he's a little bit worried about, because Rey Mysterio did beat Roman Reigns just before Payback in a surprise return for Rey in that one. Reigns said that he was just caught off guard by the surprise of Rey Mysterio, but now that he's had time to prepare, he believes there's no way in hell that Rey Mysterio will beat him one-on-one for that title. We'll have to wait and see. Mysterio has never won a world title here in Universe Mode. Well, never say never. He could get it done at Extreme Rules, and what a win it would be for Rey Mysterio as this match is underway. Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho start things off here. Ambrose and Styles, of course, with that rivalry. Rey Mysterio won't be competing until Extreme Rules. He's keeping himself 100% and fresh, and I think that's probably a good idea because we know what Roman Reigns is like. If he gets his chance, he will take Rey Mysterio out. Roman Reigns is so, determined to beat up anyone who stands in his way to defending and keeping that WWE Championship. And Rey Mysterio is certainly in Roman Reigns' way at the moment. And Roman Reigns tried to attack Rey Mysterio last week, but Rey got the upper hand and actually hit the 619 on Roman Reigns. So a little bit of a sneak peek, maybe what to expect in that Extreme Rules match at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view for the WWE title. Of course, it was meant to be Sami Zayn as his first title defense, probably against Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns took out Sami Zayn, and Zayn, well, we don't have any further injury update, but what we do know is he's going to be out for a while. That's a real shame that Sami Zayn can't be here at Extreme Rules to compete, can't be here to be the WWE Champion, and it's even more of a shame that Vince McMahon just decided the match never happened. He just gave the title back to Roman Reigns like it never happened. And it's ridiculous, and that's what happened. We have to live with it because what the boss says is what goes. But Roman Reigns, at the moment for me, as a paper champion, does not deserve to be the champion, and hopefully Rey Mysterio can take that title away from Reigns and we can have a legitimate champion for a change. Speaking of legit champs, AJ Styles is as legit as it comes. What a superstar he is. Dean Ambrose has linked himself back together with Roman Reigns, and can't exactly agree with that. Anyone who associates himself with Roman Reigns is not a winner in my books. As Roman Reigns is in here, and here we go, Reigns with a vicious flurry of offense, but AJ Styles with a counter. With Seth Rollins making his first appearance as a part of the SmackDown brand at Extreme Rules. One would have to think that the temptation to link up with Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose to reform the Shield may be there. And that would be a scary thought to see Seth Rollins go as low and act alongside Reigns and Ambrose. That'd be a real shame because Rollins has been a guy that we can all look up to, we can all support, and all appreciate what a great competitor he has been and what a great champion he was. It would be a real shame for him to link up with Ambrose and Reigns and commit the acts that they have been doing. Chris Jericho now DDT there onto Roman Reigns. But that is confirmed that Seth Rollins will be at Extreme Rules. He'll finally make his first appearance as a part of the SmackDown brand after being drafted as the big marquee signing in the draft, but he had some unfinished business to do on Raw, and one of the big criticisms for Edge's recent decisions was the fact that Rollins had not showed up yet on SmackDown. As Roman Reigns sat in the corner, with the recent Slammy Awards, Raw actually won the Brand of the Year. So that's a little bit of a concern there for Edge. With his job already in jeopardy, Raw winning Brand of the Year, that would probably convince Vince McMahon that maybe Edge is not doing a good job and SmackDown needs a bit of a change. So certainly Edge's time as general manager could be numbered, which would be a real shame after the terrific work he has done. He's been GM for 3 or 4 seasons now. It's been a long time. And he's certainly risen SmackDown to terrific heights. But he's having a bit of a bad patch in recent times with some of the decisions he's been making as a kick out there by Reigns. AJ Styles came away with the Superstar of the Season. He was the Superstar of the Season for SmackDown and the overall Superstar of the Season. A terrific feat for AJ Styles. And that's exactly the prize that you want to earn. It is the top prize you can get here in Universe Mo when it comes to the Slammy Awards. AJ Styles springs off the rope with a phenomenal forearm, and this could be it for Roman Reigns. Styles has used this move to win so many matchups, but Ambrose, realizing the urgency there, broke things up. Ambrose now getting taken care of by Chris Jericho. Shot to the midsection of the corner. Styles tried to leap off the ropes. Jericho leaps off the ropes. This time it worked for Jericho. Unsuccessful though for AJ Styles, and Jericho still getting himself involved as he now heads back to the corner. So yes, just to recap, AJ Styles, SmackDown and the overall WWE Superstar of the Season. A tremendous honor. Roman Reigns was close to becoming SmackDown Superstar of the Season. He had a big percentage of the votes. I think he definitely came second. As the Superman punch is blocked. So Reigns would have been disappointed by the fact that the man that he did beat at the Royal Rumble and at the Elimination Chamber actually ended up beating him for the overall Superstar of the Season award. AJ Styles was the King of the Ring winner and the WWE Champion, and had some tremendous matchups, including a big one against Chris Jericho. 2 out of 3 Falls Count Anywhere match. That was a classic. Styles certainly has had a tremendous Season 4, and he started off Season 5 as a winner as well, of course winning the US title. He needs to back it up though at Extreme Rules as Jericho heads to the top of the rope. Roman Reigns crawling out of the way, and that's a brilliant decision because he's been able to roll out of harm's way. Tried to get to his corner to tag Dean Ambrose, not to be though, as Jericho tries to keep Reigns grounded there. And Jericho, not exactly the biggest fan of Roman Reigns either, that's for sure. There's now Reigns in the corner, looks for the tag, gets it. AJ Styles working well right now with Chris Jericho. The tag team work is pretty good as now they're heading back to the top again. Reigns going to go at the top again. Oh! Double back body drop there as AJ Styles and Jericho teamed up to deliver that one onto Roman Reigns. And Ambrose and Reigns not looking so good at the moment. As now up in the shoulders. The fireman's carry into the knee in the back of Reigns' head. AJ Styles could be closing in on a victory here. Not good at all for Roman Reigns. He needs to find something here and dig deep. Big matchup here though, here tonight. As no, the swinging neck breaker. Ooh, nearly gets it done. Ambrose wants the tag. But Styles continues to work away on Roman Reigns. And whilst AJ can't win that WWE title, a chance to pin Roman Reigns here tonight would be so sweet for him. As he now lines him up for the phenomenal forearm. He might be about to pin him 1, 2, 3 here. He's wasting some time though. The cover. Ambrose is coming. He'll get there. Caught him into the referee on the way down as well. The referee's hurt. Doesn't seem to be too bad though. He's back to his feet, thank goodness. As AJ Styles so close to winning this one here. Styles attempted right hand, but oh, gets headbutted there by Reigns. Now Roman Reigns picks up AJ with a driver there. Oh, AJ Styles is hurt now. I like the tag team of Jericho and Styles working well here tonight. But now things are shifting back into the favor of Ambrose and Reigns, 2 members of the Shield, which of course was a group that were tag team champions on 2 different occasions. But of course it was the combination of Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins that was the tag team winning combination. Ambrose and Reigns not so much, but can they prove to be pretty good here tonight as Ambrose goes for the dirty deeds, gets it. Oh, that's gotta be it, but Styles, hand underneath the rope. And you gotta count the rope break there. Jericho's in, trying to take care of Reigns. Not gonna happen though as Ambrose gets himself involved and down goes Chris Jericho. Jericho, former world champion here in Universe mode as well. He won the Universal title back in season number 2. Jericho's had some of the big moments as well. Tag team champion as well with Christian on a tag team they made. As now, up at the shoulders here. Not good at all. Ambrose hung up on the ropes there. One of the reasons why Jericho's been on SmackDown for the last number of seasons is because of that big rivalry he had with Christian. Christian refuses to draft Jericho back to Raw. So Jericho might be stuck on SmackDown for the rest of his career, or at least until Christian gets moved on from his general manager spot. Jericho, code breaker now. The line salt in the code breaker. Reigns distracts the referee. Where's the count? Here it is now. Ambrose had some time and he's able to kick out. He was given maybe an extra few seconds there to recover. Jericho can't find the win. Now Jericho up top. And oh my goodness, Roman Reigns with a cheap shot. And now the boot to the back to follow it up. That's what Roman Reigns is all about. Roman Reigns proving why nobody likes him. He is just a guy that you cannot support no matter what. At any possible opportunity, he will take the cheap shot. He will take the easy way out. Roman Reigns is a coward. And I'm surprised that Reigns hasn't even got in there himself just to, swing a chair or something like that, take a DQ, just to beat up his opponent. That's what Reigns is all about. Just look what he did to Sami Zayn. It was indespicable. It was just disgraceful. and he ruled out perhaps the top star on SmackDown, or one of at least, for a number of months. And Roman Reigns could be about to do the same to Rey Mysterio at an Extreme Rules match at the pay-per-view. That would be a real damn shame to see Rey Mysterio's return, big return, cut short. Thanks to Roman Reigns. Is now Jericho looking for a tag. Gets AJ Styles back into this one. Ambrose looking to go to his corner. He wants to tag himself to Roman Reigns, and he will get there. Ambrose crawls to the corner. Styles, though, connects with a big drop kick. Reigns goes down. These two men know each other so well, and there's no surprise that when they get back in the ring together, it is as competitive as ever. The bad blood is still there no matter how much time has passed. They will forever hate each other and forever battle away for that title. As now at the top, in for this crucifix bomb. Oh my goodness, the sit-out powerbomb there by Roman Reigns, and that may be it for AJ Styles. The cover now, hook in the leg. Jericho's coming, he'll get there. Ambrose was nowhere to be found to break things up for his team to make sure that Jericho didn't get there. Instead, Chris did, in fact, get there. Oh, what a spear by Reigns. Not as much momentum as he would have liked as Jericho breaks it up again. Chris Jericho is absolutely determined to win this one tonight. He is saving the day for his tag team partner at every single stop, making sure that Reigns does not win this one. As now AJ, into the corner with Jericho. And now Reigns with the shoulder into both men, feeling the pain there. Roman Reigns taking a 2-for-1 situation, taking advantage. AJ, though, with a boot, hanging in there. He's got no one to tag now. AJ Styles has the arm. Cross arm breaker, trying to make Roman Reigns tap out. We know Reigns will tap. He tapped at Payback to the Koji clutch. He could tap at Extreme Rules as well. And Reigns survives the arm breaker there, as now AJ Styles continues to fight away. Rights coming in the direction of Roman Reigns. Now taken off his feet there by Reigns. Still no one to tag for AJ Styles, though, as he does an STO there to Reigns. Taking down Roman, and now AJ might be looking for that phenomenal forearm again. Reigns slowly back to his feet now. Here comes AJ! Oh, he got him flush on the forehead and even cut him open in the process. Reigns has been cut, but AJ, I don't know why, did not go for the cover. Maybe he thought with Ambrose on the apron and no one to help him out, he wasn't going to get it. As now the DDT, beautiful counter. Jericho is stirring and he's back to his feet now. Styles wants to end this one. Draws on the crowd for support. Reigns trying to get a tag. AJ can't afford to let that happen. Right hand by Styles. AJ would love to pin Roman Reigns tonight. It's a small piece of revenge, something he's been searching for a long time now. When it comes to Reigns, is now the tag's been made. Jericho's back in. Here comes Chris Jericho. Enziguri. Now the boots are followed up, but Reigns with a quick tag. Ambrose is back in. 2 fresh men now. Reigns is busted open. He's not looking good at all. That could be what we could see at Extreme Rules when Rey Mysterio gets his hands on Roman Reigns once and for all. It's a little man against a bigger man, but Rey Mysterio has so much heart, and he will fight with everything he's got to take that title away from Roman Reigns. Ambrose has that leg hooked. Oh boy. Oh, with the fisherman suplex. Couldn't keep the leg hooked though for the cover. And Ambrose turned to this crowd, just mocking the situation, celebrating the fact that he's got Chris Jericho beat perhaps in his own mind. Jericho's got to fight this one as it comes here. Oh, rolls through. Uh-oh. Dean Ambrose, dirty deeds! Dirty deeds! Styles is still down. No one to help Jericho. Styles getting back to his feet. He's got to get in there now. Hooks the leg. Jericho can't kick out. And Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose win. Well, it was fair and square, to be fair. They did win. No cheating involved. No illegal tactics in the end. Dean Ambrose got the better of Chris Jericho with the dirty deeds, pinning him 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles was hurt. He was down to the outside trying to rest up. He was about to get back in the ring and get to his feet. But as it turned out to be not enough time for Chris Jericho. The 1-2-3 was being slapped down and was all over. Ambrose and Reigns reunite as a tag team tonight. They are forming a deadly duo. If they continue to help each other in their quest to become champion, this could be a very destructive force on SmackDown. What a win tonight for both men. That will continue their momentum heading into Extreme Rules. And speaking of Extreme Rules, some big matches already announced so far. You don't want to miss this big event. It is the final pay-per-view for WWE 2k18 Universe Mode. It's a SmackDown exclusive. It comes your way very, very soon here on BrendenPlayz. NXT TakeOver coming this weekend. Don't miss that one. It's going to be fun as well. AJ Styles returning to NXT for a one-off match against Bobby Roode. Looking forward to that one. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed it, leave a like on it. Subscribe to see more. And I'll see you in the next one.